Good morning, student. Today we will discuss the absorption of digested food. Okay, it is the fourth part of this chapter, fourth lecture basically. Okay, the absorption is the process by which the most of the digested food material get absorbed into our directly into small intestine to into our blood. Okay, but where they enter, first of all, the molecules, all of the food material get digested into specifically at duodenum part, and finally that when it moves into the forward direction in small intestine, from their intestinal mucosa it is get absorbed into our blood stream. Okay, so we will discuss all the facts in this one. Okay, so our molecules are basically absorbed by two mechanisms. One is active mechanism, one is passive mechanism. So first of all, we must understand what is active mechanism. When the molecule are get absorbed by the consumption of energy, that is called active mechanism. So the energy is get consumed for absorption of molecules, and it also help because energies get consumed if the concentration is less, so molecule can be absorbed against the concentration gradient also. And what are the molecule get absorbed by active mechanism? These are amino acids, glucose and galactose. And basically for absorption of these molecule, a carrier ion, that is sodium ion, that helps in absorption. So keep in mind, sodium ions is just like a work as a carrier ion, and it helps in absorption of amino acid, glucose and galactose. Next is passive mechanism. Okay, we know that earlier classes we have studied that water is get absorbed by the osmosis process. The same mechanism happen here, passive mechanism, osmosis, because energy is not get consumed in absorption. And even the fructose amino acid is also absorbed by sodium ion, we already discussed, by facilitated diffusion, because sodium ion is helping in absorption. That's why we call also facilitated diffusion. And some small molecule also get absorbed by simple diffusion. So all these are basically passive mechanism. Now next one is fats and fatty acids. Because fats and fatty acids are insoluble in water, so absorption is little bit difficult. Okay, so they cannot be directly absorbed into the bloodstream. First of all, what happens, these fat molecules are converted into small molecules, round spherical water soluble droplets. These droplets are called basically micelles, and finally these micelles can enter into the intestinal mucosa, and finally it can be easily absorbable. Okay, now what happens, this micelle when enter into the intestinal mucosa, it reinform into new form, we can say reinformed into small protein which is get covered by the fat globules, and we call this chylomicron. That means micelles when enter into the intestinal mucosa, it is converted into small protein part which is get covered by the fat molecules, and this is called chylomicrons. Now these chylomicrons is easily carried to the lymph vessel, and finally can be easily absorbed from intestinal villi. Okay, but also the phospholipid and bile salt also helps in the absorption of these chylomicrons and fat molecules. So all these help in absorption, but keep in mind, fat molecules first converted into chylomicron, and that after that also it is absorbs in lymph vessels. Next is absorption, and they are related to specific parts. Okay, first of all, mouth. Small amount of glucose and some drugs which is used for the heart element, it directly absorbed from the mouth part. From stomach, the water, simple sugar and alcohol directly absorb into the bloodstream from stomach. Intestine, we know that all the digested molecules of starch, fats, protein and all this directly, they are simple molecule like glucose, fatty acid, glycerol, amino acid, these are absorbed from small intestine. And large intestine only absorb mineral, salt and waters. Okay, in even very small amount of some drugs also. So that is important for us. And the last we will discuss some of the disorders. Okay, What is jaundice? I think you have seen some people just because of some infection in liver, a disease created called jaundice. But what happens? We can say recognize by the symptom also. The skin, eyes, nails become yellowish in color. Even the person can identify by the release of more yellowish color of urine also. Now what happens? The bile pigment which is present in our body secreted from liver, when it get breakdown or metabolized in pancreas and some other part, it converted into bilirubin and biliverdin, and this bilirubin when having the more in quantity get absorbed into our blood, and finally it circulate into the systemic circulation, and finally it affects the activity of liver also, and all the body parts turns yellow. So we can identify the jaundice by yellowish color. Second disease is vomiting. When any person first of all feel the feeling of nausea, and after that whatever the content or food present in the stomach, it release out of the mouth, that is called vomiting. And next is diarrhea. What happens? When more number of fecal discharge, liquid more, the water quantity in the fecal discharge is more, that's why it is in liquid state, and finally it release out of the rectum. So what happens when more of the fecal discharge occurs to a person, the water and salt level in the blood also decreases, and the BP also decreases. That's why diarrhea is very dangerous for kids also and elderly patient also. Next one is we call constipation. What happens when the bowel movement is less, peristalsis movement is also less, the food which is get digested, that we can say struck into the rectum part and release out of body, and excretion of this fecal matter is little bit difficult. That's why we call this constipation. So in constipation, exercise and some medicines are very very important, so that we can increase the bowel movement, and finally this fecal discharge can be released out of the body. And the last one is indigestion. When any person consume the more food, spicy food, oily food, and finally what happens, and the amount of enzymes, acids and some juices is very less, secreted very less, then what will happen? The digestion will not be proper, and finally what happens? It create a feeling of fullness in the stomach, and this is called indigestion, because the amount of food is more and the quantity of enzyme, bile and acid is less. That's why food is not get digested, it creates the problem, and this is called feeling of fullness, and we call this indigestion. That means food is not digested properly. Okay, so in this lecture presentation we have discussed how the which part of the food is get absorbed, and disorders of the digestive system, and the active and passive mechanism of absorption of food. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel and please press the like icon. Thank you. Have a nice day.